Hi, I'm Carly.
And I'm Sandra, and this is
Send Noodles
Lockdown Edition.
I am nervous.
I know, you can probably feel the nervous energy radiating off us this week because this one is one that we have really had to psych ourselves out to even get started today. It's been building. This is one that kind of we've been looking forward to doing, but we are really kind of stressed about.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down!
You might remember that we did this particular noodle, which was the spicy hot chicken flavor noodle. And basically it was very hot, very spicy. I kind of lost my brain halfway through the episode.
You have my undivided attention.
It just wasn't working anymore. Carly really loved it. Really, really loved it.
So today we, as you all know, because we introduced it last week and as my lovely husband would tell me, Carly, it says so on the title. Today, double the spice, you say? Double the spice, yes. We know that they actually even come hotter than this, but we've been very vocal in the past about the fact that we love spice, but we love spice as part of a flavour palette. We're not interested in just seeing how close we can get to death while consuming something hot.
That's what they all say. Oh, there's been a mistake. It's not my time. I'm not ready to die. Just chill out.
We are hoping that we still really very much enjoy this in addition to experiencing something that is a little bit hotter than the last one.
Now, I did a little bit of research into this just because I am a glutton for punishment, I guess. And if you are interested in terms of your Scoville heat unit, if you have purchased this, which I'm hoping you have so that you can try it along with us, this particular noodle, original flavour, that came in at 4,404 on the Scoville heat unit. Now, the old version of this came in at 8,808, which is a nice double up of it. But they kind of wanted to amp it up. We know that kind of heat challenges have kind of been on the rise, particularly in, your TikTok challenges and all of this. So they amped it up, and this is now 10,000 on the Scoville heat unit.
That's a spicy meatball.
So that is pretty hot. I think that a bottle of Tabasco sauce is around the 7,000 to 8,000, which is pretty, standard. So it is a bit hotter than that. I think to me that sounds tolerable, but I think it's the concentration of this that's probably going to get to us. So I'm going to have some ice cream on standby for myself. What's going to be your little management for this spice, Carly?
I've got an icy water. I've got a coffee, just because I'm me. I think I've got some Pepsi Max. I do have ice cream in the freezer if need be, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think we'll wait and see. I plan to just try and make it through. I anticipate my entire face is going to run, and I'm just hoping that I can still use my words in a moderately coherent fashion. I think we're going to be fine. Look, I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I have been really, really excited for this, but now that it's here, I'm thinking, ooh. Listen, I think we've stressed ourselves out a little bit. We're probably going to be pleasantly surprised. That's what I'm anticipating.
I think we said that last time, and was that not the time that the whole chaos of the stir-fry noodle unraveled?
We've got a lot of flack for using a metal spoon.
Yes, we played it a bit safe this time. As you can see, we've gone the cup rather than going the packet. I do actually have a packet version of this noodle as well. We did try to do a little bit of checking to see if there was any flavour difference, in the same way that the Shin have two different kind of flavour profiles in their packet versus their cup, but it doesn't kind of look like there's any difference in the two, so we're going to stick with both doing the cup today, just so that we can get that consistent spicy flavour despite being miles away from each other in lockdown.
We can kind of used to this though, so I think we're doing okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. Will we go and do the long hard preparation of boiling the kettle and adding the water?
Yes, very difficult stuff for us today. Let's go and do it. And hopefully you can go and do this for yourself as well. If you've gone and gotten the cup, it's a really easy prep for you. It is a simple fill it with hot water, leave it be. I think you put the seasoning in after to ensure that it gets as much spiciness as possible. Yeah, you drain the water before you put the flavouring in. Now, if you're doing the packet, obviously stir fry it. It's a nice dry noodle, so you're going to have a lovely time with that. But let's go and do that prep, everyone, and we'll come back and try this together. Yay!
See you soon. Okay, so we added the water, drained the water, noodles are cooked, but we haven't added the sauces yet. We thought we'd do that all together. We also got some provisional serves of ice cream and beverages. Oh, nice. I have 2 types of beverages on standby. Well done. And I think we'll just see how we go. All right, so I'm going to take my lid off. Sandra's is already off. This had the little drain holes, which we love so much. If you've been eating along at home, then you would have hopefully noticed those. They're great for draining, and it leaves just a little bit of liquid left in there, which is going to help that sauce to make its way through the noodle. Okay, sauce sachet. Here we are. Oops, upside down, Miss Jane. 2 times spicy. I just can't stop envisioning that TikTok that Sandra sent me in preparation for this.
I hopefully have shared it on our story prior to this episode airing, so that will have been seen by you all, and hopefully it's how you'll all feel.
And if you put your noodles on the plate.
It smells nice.
Okay, sauce is thick. It is a very dark red, which I kind of take to mean, like, you know, when you cut yourself a little bit and the blood's like a little bit red and you're like, ah. But like, I feel like if you injure yourself like seriously, then the blood's darker. I think that's true for chili sauce as well.
Dude, that little kid is hardcore goth. Hardcore goth.
It's got a really nice kind of soy smell to it. Like, it doesn't smell super hot, but I can actually already feel my mouth like salivating at it. So that's not a good sign.
It does say that I noticed that it had noted there that it was with added sugar. So they've obviously tried to make sure that it was still palatable by including something along a sweet soy line. Stirring in is going quite well.
Okay, the stir can smell. You can smell the chili, right? Is yours smelling very chili based?
Yeah.
The stirring?
Yeah, that's happening. I'm pretty sure that my mouth hurts already. And there's a little decorational sachet. And apologies in advance for how much liquid emanates from my face during this. It's just such is my life. Oh, they look like is that a little seaweed?
Yeah, it was seaweed. I remember this from our last packet, that it was like a seaweed, and we stir fried it in last time, and I was really upset we didn't save any for the top for this time.
Listen, there's something I know about you, and you love a little bit of a crunchy seaweed scenario on top.
I do.
Oh, that's actually
Oh, this is a delight. Yes, look at that. Hang on, I'll tilt mine at the same time as you. Ready? Look at that. That is a delight. Yours looks much saucier than mine. What's the go with that? I might not have drained mine as well.
Mine looks saucier.
Yeah, look at it.
Maybe there's a little bit more liquid.
Yeah, I think I might have accidentally not drained mine enough. Hopefully you're all up to this as well, guys, and you are also feeling very nervous and stressed about this, because I know I am.
We're gonna be fine.
The prep was really easy. I think if you went the packet, that was definitely a much.
I thought I was going to lick my finger in, but I didn't then. So thank goodness. Okay, there was nothing on it anyway. Ready? Let's go.
I'm going a little bit.
We need to.
Okay.
The whole point.
Yeah, let's go. Ready, set.
1, 2, 3.
Good luck, everyone. Okay. The initial taste is actually really delicious.
I'm really glad.
That first mouth is really, really nice. And then it comes and it fills your mouth and it's there. I like it.
It tastes amazing. I feel runny nose, good sign. It gets 1 runny nose out of 5. The second mouthful. Let's go.
I already did my second mouthful.
Oh, sorry, shoot.
I'm only doing little mouthfuls at a time though. The flavour is really delicious. It's the same kind of flavour that was in the original flavour that we had. It's not actual chicken, it's like artificial chicken. That flavour is very, very yummy. And I think if they have this in a non-spicy version, which I actually don't know, when I went to the shop and tried to look for a non-spicy version of this noodle, all I could see was spicy versions. There was a cheesy spicy version, there was the 3 times spicy, 2 times spicy, and original version. I couldn't see just a normal version of this noodle. That would be very nice because it's really quite a delicious flavour. It's definitely in my mouth. I am probably taking very, very little mouthfuls at the moment, but it's very full on. I don't quite know how to describe it. It's quite nice though.
I do remember watching the video back of us when we ate the last one and thinking, why didn't we wipe our faces? Because there is a real sneaky little greasiness about these noodles, and because it's bright orange, I've watched enough hot ones to know that I have a mouth napkin and an eye napkin.
Don't apologize for it. Everybody does. Just be careful around your eyes.
Oh, God.
Oh, there it is in my nose now.
Yeah, I think that it's not getting any worse the more I eat. So the level of heat is like there and it's consistent, and it is all the way around my mouth. My lips are like blah, 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 but I'm enjoying the flavour. So it's definitely moreish as well. I'm not feeling like there is a loss of flavour. There is just an addition of heat.
I am now feeling it in my nose. I didn't initially, but I've taken a bigger mouthful now. Oh, I'm going for the ice cream.
I'm going for the lemon water. Fresh from my tree.
It's now very slowly coming down my throat. Like it hadn't initially hit there, and now it's starting to. Now it's starting to take over my tongue.
Is the ice cream helping?
Yes.
So for me, what that says is much like like I love a bag of chili chips. And yeah, while you're having them, you might think, oh, these are quite hot, but I also know it's manageable. I don't think it's going to get any worse than this, and I think this is doable.
Oh, no, I actually think that the ice cream made it worse.
Really? Let me try. Interested. I don't remember the last time I had Neapolitan ice cream.
I know, it's actually such a delight. Now, I actually think, so initially I was like, yeah, this is going to be fine, but I think that having other things with it has now made it worse. In fact,
really?
Like initially I was kind of just eating the noodle and thinking, yeah, this is okay. The ice cream kind of spread it in my mouth almost. Like the heat is now kind of all in my mouth, very much on my tongue. Quite a burning on the tongue feeling now, and there on my lips. It's certainly a manageable thing. I remember that when we had the original one, my brain just kind of stopped because I remember thinking it's far too hot for me. So I think that having the manageable kind of ice cream and water and such definitely helps, but this is more in everything. I think it's definitely, I can feel it everywhere, whereas the other one, I don't think it was as, obviously it wasn't as hot as this. I think that this is more pleasant in terms of flavour though, which is interesting. Even though it's more hot, I do actually think I prefer this one than the original one. What are your thoughts on that? Because you really loved the original one.
I really love this too. I'm having this moment where I'm like, okay, do I just keep eating and then deal with the heat afterwards? Because the flavour is lovely.
I really cannot wait to hear from the viewers that did decide to go and buy this. How many mouthfuls in are you now? We're taking very small, kind of conscious mouthfuls, I think. Carly's just gone for it now. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to personally handle, but it's very yummy. It's very, very yummy. Now, some little hacks. I know that last time, add-in wise, you put in a sweet soy, didn't you, to kind of tame that flavour a little bit?
I did, and that's why it's so interesting to me that this one, I don't know if the other one has added sugar.
That could be the difference here too, because I do prefer this flavour.
I think they've added a sweet soy, and I think you could continue to add sweet soy. I think the iced water is the way to go.
I agree. Even though I did make myself a big bowl of ice cream, I do agree that the ice water is actually kind of the way to go with this.
If you are having trouble with this at home right now and you are wanting to tame it down a bit, then I would absolutely add some sweet soy. It is bloody hot.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing for this for me is I think I've just hit that point that you were saying this has become a manageable heat, or no, I've just I've just had a burst of heat hit me.
Yeah. Yep.
No, this is like, you go in waves. So I just had like a little stint where I could just shovel them into my mouth, and I was very cautiously just eating because I thought to myself, there's no way that's going to last. It ended, and it's now very much at the back of my mouth. Oh, that's hot. I'm going to go ice cream.
But you know it doesn't work, Sandra.
I know, but it's delicious. Now, for those wondering, this is in fact lactose-free ice cream. I haven't just gone and tried to sit here, tried to eat spicy noodles and decided to try and eat dairy all at once. That would be wild. I would be having a really bad time if that was the case. But no. Do you think you're going to finish this, Carly, is I guess my question to you?
There's two ways I could go about this. I think I could, wolf fist down now and finish it. I don't know how I'd feel afterwards. I have eaten a fair bit.
You have eaten a lot. I have not eaten as much as you.
If I was just having a take for myself, I probably would add a couple of things. I would add some sweet soy, and I would probably add some crunchy shallots.
Because people are watching along with us, I suppose.
Yeah, because we're eating along, that would be flavour-wise, and also, I don't think this is going to be unbearable, but it's getting uncomfortable.
I've hit my discomfort level, and I don't think this should come as a surprise to anyone. Carly definitely is the spicier queen of the two of us. For me, I'm kind of questioning whether it's kind of worth anymore for me. Oh, it's hot.
We could literally just cut out everything else, just have us making the noodles, and then you just go, oh, it's hot, and then you just roll credits.
We're getting close to brain shutdown level here. I'm getting close to ending. Something I like to do to tame a meal like this is add rice, which sounds really bizarre because it's a noodle. Why would you add rice? But I do this with the original packet. I actually like to prepare it with some rice, add on some extra nori on top, and it actually makes a really, really delicious meal. I'm starting to water in the eyes now. I don't know that I can go back to this. If you have never had rice and noodle at the same time, it's actually so, so good. Jasmine rice is my favorite kind of rice. That is the best combo. I don't know if that's a really controversial thing to lay on the land, that I eat rice and noodles together, but I love it. It's something we've always kind of done in my household. Where do we begin? I guess mouthfeel is where we might begin with this. So how does your mouth feel, Carly?
This is a high quality noodle. And actually I cooked mine a little bit before Sandra's. It was sitting in the water a bit longer, and I was worried that it was going to compromise the integrity of the noodle, but the noodle is amazing. It's held up very well. Mouthfeel, look, if you're after something that's going to challenge your heat experiences, but also, as we've said all along, not be uncomfortable to a serious degree, then I think this is a really, really great noodle to have a go at. It's hot, there is no stuffing around, it is hot, but also I don't feel like I'm going to require medical attention anytime soon, and so that, for me, that's fine. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, nice. I definitely agree that it's a really high quality noodle. As Carly said, she definitely started cooking her noodle much earlier than I did, and I was freaking out. I was like, because I got a bit distracted. I do like the more cooked noodle. But what I noticed was I didn't think I'd cooked it for long enough, especially when you're just soaking it. I often think that the noodle doesn't necessarily get cooked enough. It was cooked really well in the exact amount of time that they'd set, the 4 minutes. It's all it took for it to be really lovely and the right kind of softness. That's a really good quality, and I've got to praise the noodle for that. And I think if you are after the spice, I definitely agree. This is a very nice mouthfeel. I also have to praise it because even though this is way hotter than the other one, it is a bit nicer in the mouth, I feel. It really fills the whole space. I do have the exact kind of experience that I was expecting, but it is a little more pleasant than I was kind of anticipating. And I think I'm going to agree with you and give it a 4. Yeah.
Really? That's so good.
I actually think that this is great.
Okay, so let's go flavour.
Yeah, and I think that does kind of go back into our spice feels, but this is more about the flavour of it all as a noodle, which I think often gets compromised for that spice, as we often talk about. What do you think, Carly?
There's a reason that this noodle brand in particular is quite well known, I think, for the spicy noodle challenges. Yes, you obviously have the spice element, but they know their flavour very well, and the flavour is never compromised, even down to the sprinkles that go on top. I think were a really lovely addition. I'm actually going to give it a 4.5 for flavour. I think there's been a lot of work done here, and I really appreciate that. So 4.5 for flavour for me.
I really agree that the flavour there is a very good balance. We just keep talking about how hot it is, right? But I just keep going back to it, despite the fact that I am really having quite a difficult time in my mouth right now. It's really hot in here. I can't stop eating it. The flavour is really, really delightful, and that balance between that heat and that sweetness, it's all very well done. I'm really enjoying those waves, actually. It comes, it really, really is like, pow, here we are. It's very hot. I'm having one right now, and it's so in the back of your mouth, right at the back of your tongue. It's not quite in your throat, it's just in the back of your tongue and just there. Not quite in your throat. Also worth noting, as we mentioned, it is vegan too. Like, I think it's that artificial chicken flavour, as we said, but it's delicious. I'm going with a 4. This has been a really strong noodle. Given how terrified we were of eating it, it's been a very strong noodle.
What are you thinking overall?
Well, I mean,
straight through 4?
Yeah, it makes sense for it to be a 4 for me, which is pretty high for a spicy noodle. This spicy, I think it's worth saying, yes, this is a 4 for me, but it is not a like regular 4. Like, this isn't something I'm gonna go and buy every week, but I really think that this is a very, very strong noodle for this category.
I'm gonna stick with the 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I think that if you're after something fun like this, you want to do a little like noodle challenge with your friends, this is great. But I also really do think that if you love spice and you wanted to add some fresh veggies into this, a little bit of sweet soy, it would be a very palatable full meal. I do recommend that you just like don't panic. If you have the first bit and it's really hot, just sit with it for a minute. Yeah, it does pass.
Definitely ride the wave. That is so an important thing for this noodle. It's so incredibly moreish. Yes, that spice hit is intense, but then you want more. And I really like that. Like, I cannot believe what a lull it goes into. Stop it! She's eaten the whole thing! Applause!
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, I am nowhere near that. It's a pretty good effort, but it ain't the same.
That's totally fine. I'd be interested to see how you felt about it if you added some sweet soy and stuff, to see how that works for you.
I really would love to hear from our viewers to kind of let us know how much you powered through as well. I would say that I've probably eaten at least half of this. How much have you managed? We know that we've had previous viewers. Harrison, shout out to you again, because this is the one that we know that you had. We know that first time you tried this, it was only a few mouthfuls. I wonder if you tried it again this time, and if you did, let us know. But others, if you only got a couple of mouthfuls in, that's totally fair, because this is very, very intense. Did you get as far as me, or did you go all the way like Carly and finish the whole thing?
Okay.
That TikTok where the kid literally licks the packets and runs away screaming is the best. And also made us laugh this out a lot because we were freaking out over it.
I mean, I'm not going to let Dean come and eat this today, that's for sure.
No way.
I feel like I can like take on the world now. You know what I mean? Like, spices are good for you.
You're all clear. You're ready to take on the hay fever season.
I am. Now's the time to go. Come at me, Colin. Come at me.
Yes.
Well, I think that's us for today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming along. If you didn't eat along with us now, hopefully we've inspired you to maybe grab one of these or one of the many other flavors that they have at your local Walmart or Asian grocer. I couldn't believe how many different ones they have. They just keep making more and more. So you'll certainly find something that is to your liking. Please go ahead and do that. Let us know what you think. We love hearing from you. Do the thing where you like and subscribe, send us a message, a carrier pigeon. How good would that be?
Yeah, but finders keepers. I'm keeping that pigeon if it comes here.
The bird lady out of Mary Poppins. Oh my God, she's my idol. Feed the birds. Anyway, thanks so much, everyone. It's been really swell. We hope you have a wonderful week.
We hope that you recover okay from these noodles. Thank you everyone for watching along, and thank you to so many people for kind of getting involved and enjoying this. Please let us know how it went below. Also, actually send us reaction videos as well if you did film them. That
Oh my
would
God,
be
we would love to
amazing.
include them on our pages.
Yes.
So please do. We'd love that so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
team.
Groovers.
We
Thanks,
love your work.
Bye.
My nose is leaking.
No, I literally was, because I'm just talking to you and I forget that we're on the internet, I just start blowing my nose mid-conversation because that's what I do. I'm so comfortable. Like, oh, Sandra, what are you doing?